Hello, you beautiful faces. Welcome back to the Viral Report. I'm Lamar. All right, so if you haven't heard, Wendy Williams revealed some shocking news to some on her show today. She basically revealed why she was absent from her TV show for 2 months. She revealed that she's been living in a sober home, aka a halfway house.
Well, you know me for being a very open and truthful person, and I've got more to the story for you. You know, Kevin and I have the Hunter Foundation for the Good of the People, and we recently launched our 888-5 Hunter number for those of you caught up in the struggle of addiction. Well, for some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work, glammed up, right after the show, I go across the street, I do my Pilates. I told you 2 hours a day, I like to take care of my body. And you know I've had a struggle with cocaine in my past, and I never went to a place to get the treatment. I don't know how, except God was sitting on my shoulder and I just stopped. But there are people in your family, it might be you, who've been struggling, and I wanted to know more of the story. So this is my autobiographical story, and I'm living it, and I'm telling you this. After I go to the Pilates, I go to several meetings all around town in the tri-state area, and I see my brothers and sisters caught up in their addiction and looking for help. They don't know I'm Wendy. They don't care I'm Wendy. There's no autographs, there's no nothing. It's the brothers and sisters caught up in the struggle. And it's been really interesting, this ride. Only Kevin and Kevin have known about this. Not my parents, nobody knew. Because I look so glamorous out here. But after I finish my appointments, seeing my brothers and sisters and, you know, breaking bread, I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home that I live in here in the in the tri-state with a bunch of smelly boys who've become my family. They hog the TV and watch soccer, and we talk and read and talk and read, and then I get bored with them. Doors locked by 10 p.m. Lights out by 10 p.m. So I go to my room and I stare at the ceiling and I fall asleep to wake up to come back here to see you. So that is my truth. And
all right, so y'all just seen that video. All right, if you're unfamiliar with halfway homes operate as a bridge between an inpatient facility and the real world. And for many, once someone leaves an inpatient facility and they're returning home, many people often struggle with adjusting back to their daily lives. And I'm guessing that's why sometimes when you watch the Wendy Williams show, some days are like the old Wendy of yesteryear. And sometimes, you know, you're watching her show and it's hard to watch because she's struggling to read the teleprompter and she can't remember the stories. You know, and maybe that's because of the drugs these facilities are giving her. I'm also guessing that Wendy wanted to, you know, jump ahead of this and get it out there before TMZ or some other blog picked it up. I mean, her cocaine addiction is no secret. Many people have been reporting and calling her out for years on her addiction. I remember when Judge Mathis called her out, and since Wendy has always enjoyed her cocaine moments, her words, not mine, she has no problem with people calling her out on it. Take a listen to Judge Mathis and Wendy Williams having an exchange.
You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what are those symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin,
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get, to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. There you go again. Are you still getting high? Because I just saw you leave the bathroom looking like you were getting high. In fact, you got white powder around your nose right now. Yes, you do. Ask your colleagues.
Okay, can we bring a close-up?
Doesn't it look like you got white powder around her nose?
The VH1 camera.
You got powder around your nose. Let's take a look. It looks like it to me. Looks like you got white powder to me around your nose.
I don't know whether...
You still a dope fiend? I need to check you into rehab and pray for you.
Well...
You need help, sweetie.
Let's all get along.
Turn to Christ. He'll save you.
All right.
You go to.
Where's my deck of cards at?
You picked the wrong one this time, Wendy. That's all.
No, I don't cheat on my husband. You know.
That's right. You know. Screw other women in front of him. Oh! That's what you admitted to a minute ago. Remember, you just said he watches while you screw women. Isn't that what you said on the air? Your listeners heard you. You want to deny it now?
You know, don't mess with Judge Mathis. All right. Now, moving on. And you know, this is a shame because Wendy is putting herself through all this stuff, and I kind of had a feeling that she was back on cocaine or about to have the urge to start again. I mean, when you find out that your husband of 20 plus years has the mistress knocked up, that can weigh pretty hard on you. And marry that with millions of her fans telling her that she needs to get a divorce from her husband is enough to make you reintroduce some of your old bad habits back into your life. You know, I really feel bad for her son, little Kev, and this has to be really hard on him. You know, it's probably why he was addicted to synthetic marijuana a few years back and Wendy had to fly him overseas for treatment.
Our son was made exposed to synthetic marijuana. And he was exposed by, you know, a loved one who he looked up to. And it's one of those pens where you don't see the smoke and you don't smell anything. And you know, you and I have known each other for years through the TV. And you know, I'm the mom, I'm flipping rugs, I'm going through Nike boxes in his room. I'm telling you how to flip the, you know, the ceiling and figure out what's going on. Well, I was duped. And our kid had been smoking this mess. And he got turned out. And to the point where he went off the rail for a moment. And the reason that me and my husband and my son, we're choosing to share this with you. This is not a surprise to any of us. I'm trying to make funny on the tour. But in actuality, my heart is breaking and my kid could have been dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fortunately, Kevin has two parents who took harness of the thing. We took him out of the country for holistic treatment. Now, we didn't want to pump him with psychiatric drugs and all that other kind of mess. I'm glad to say that our boy is on the good side of good.
I couldn't imagine two drugged out parents. I bet that would just be a handful. And we know Big Kev does or has done drugs in the past. Although Wendy never talks about his struggles, she only talks about her struggles with cocaine. My mom never did drugs when I was growing up, but she did have a big ass gambling problem, and she always refused to get help. That was a lot to deal with in itself when your mom spends about 90% of her paycheck at the casino. It negatively impacts your life and childhood. Wendy needs to see through her BS and realize that this is ruining her health and her family. In closing, at her age, drugs shouldn't be on her mind, and the worst drug that she's dealing with is her husband. I hope Wendy finds internal peace and healing within her household soon. And if you know anyone who is suffering from drugs or alcohol, please encourage them or push them to contact the National Drug Hotline at 1-888-633-3239. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification button. And you know what? If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and you know what? I love you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!